Greatest 2 minutes of 10 minutes. Can you see by the dawn's early nights of the Ku Klux Klan? But so proudly we alternate right hell while the twilights of slaves screaming through your bullshit laws of strife and the galleons of more bullshit. And Trump's fucked up hairpiece.
The head dog.
Soon. And argue we'll blow that shit to pieces and we'll see.
It's only.
Yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming.
Pussy in August, who keep on running into?
That's what it is. That's why it always happens. Yes!
A band like this, especially here in Memphis, is something that I can myself be very proud of. My family knows nothing about this. I'm being 100% honest with you. I've never been in a band like this. I've never been in a punk band before. I've played rock before, but not to this caliber. And I knew this was something that I had to do. It was something that I wanted to do. It was something fresh, new. I did not want any type of interference from anybody. And so my family knows nothing about this. They'll know in due time. Memphis is this grand melting pot of just a lot of different influences, a lot of different elements from other cities. Memphis definitely has its own, element. It has its own style or aesthetics that makes it what it is, especially for, a major city here in the South.
Hip-hop, hardcore, metal, like you can have that diversity and still, commingle, because it's still, at the end of the day, it's all music, you know what I mean? And this is a soul city. This is Memphis, dude. This is home of rock and roll, blues and rock and roll, all that stuff. So it would just make sense,
My name is Hunya Chaos. I'm a rapper and a show promoter. The reason why a rapper like me would share a stage with Negro Terror is because the message, the energy, and just the attitude behind this. We don't give a fuck. We got something to say. Despite whether you like it or not, you gonna listen and we gonna kill shit. My music in particular, it's very aggressive, you know what I'm saying? And it has a lot of punk and rock elements to it. But really, the message that I spit in my rap songs is the same that's in a lot of punk songs and shit,
I'm erratic when it's static. If you try me, it'll be tragic. If it's pain that you want to sustain, you can have it. I'm so matic on the track. All I wreak is havoc. Don't know Fred, but I'm savage when it comes to this cabbage. I'm the rage part of the song because I'm tired of people playing with me, but I still want the unity. My name is some dude, SBMDVDE. The song I performed with Negro Terror is We Need Support. It's a great song. It's about unity, everybody sticking together, supporting each other, because that's the way we make it. A bigger circle, bring in more fruit. I know they all don't go together, but hey.
It's a new day, motherfuckers, because a lot of people came together. My crew I belong to, which is American Sharp, Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice. I've been a member for over 19 years. I've seen ups and downs and all types of shit, but right now, it's time for us to get back into our communities and fight the good fucking fight for everyone. Love each other.
I think if you're a musician and you live in Midtown, you probably don't venture outside of Midtown too much. Like, Midtown's kind of going through this little gentrification thing right now, and for people like me that kind of grew up over here when it was kind of cool, it wasn't an expensive part of town, but it wasn't a dangerous part of town either. Like, you go to South Memphis, North Memphis, stuff like that, there's always shooting. But in Midtown, it's starting to attain a little bit of its own reputation just because now people are moving here and people are seeing money over here. And me, I don't drink, so you're not gonna catch me on Bill Street. And Bill Street is for people that, drink and party and, snort coke, and I don't get down like that. I just smoke weed, so I'm more than likely gonna be hanging out in Midtown because owners of establishments, certain venues, they're not as harsh about it. That's the line right there. Smoke a little weed, and they're gonna tell you to be respectful about it. As long as you're cool about it, you don't have any problems. But some people are douches about it, like always, or just abuse it. Like, we used to have this one spot where me and Omar actually met. This place called the Rally Point. It was like a free for all back in the day, man. It was You know, like I'm going in there at 17. This man's making me, what did he call them? Soldiers. That's what he called them. It was pretty much a screwdriver with a Red Bull in it. It was crazy. My other band is it's an R&B cover band called Sense 5. They get hired to do stuff like, corporate events and, bat mitzvahs, birthdays, church events, things of that nature. I've never played with any R&B acts. I've only played with a handful of hip hop acts. Buddies of mine that I was playing guitar with that were also playing guitar, I started seeing them develop these new skills through playing other genres. And then next thing you know, more doors were opening up for them because they weren't just a one-trick pony. Run, 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 run. Plastic mask and hairy wig. You're too scared to show your face. You're acting like a dirty pig. You're a cancer to the human race. Filth of society should all die. We need a stronger government. All you gotta do is hang 'em high. Bring back capital punishment. Oh, that's beautiful lyrics. I'm a traditional skinhead. I don't like Reds. I'm not a communist fan. I don't like Nazis either. Neither red nor racist. Just pure skinhead. That's it. Skinhead. That's pretty provocative. And when people that have known me outside of Memphis, that's the first thing they go through. Like, that guy's a legacy, da-da-da-da-da, but he doesn't act like normal skins. I'm not a tough guy. The skinhead attitude, the attitude of real unity, the attitude and the inspiration of understanding where we come from as a people. That's my worldview. I got the shit beat out of me. And at that time I was, I had me some jack on me, thinking of just straight tough guy. You won't go around and just mash up anything you see. Fuck, drink, fight. How foolish is that? Next thing I know, boom shot. This fucking kid. We saw him and we want to play tough guy. Like, what the fuck you doing here? He gave me this whimpering look, like, not knowing that wasn't a whimpering look. That was the, oh my God, what should I do? Should I kill him look? He grabs me by the arm, pulls my shit out of socket, and just starts wailing in the inside. This kid's still holding onto the arm and stomping my chest out. Just, gah, 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 gah. I was too amazed that this kid is beating me like a fucking animal. When I called myself coming to, the guy helps me up in my chair, buys me a fucking meal, and we eat, and we drink. I started soul searching of spirituality, and then I had to ask this personal question. What did I do? What have I done? I fucked up people's lives. They probably won't go to a show or be around certain people like me because of the incident that I created in their lives. Well, in actuality, I could have been the most gentle guy on the planet and changed their world, maybe changed their perspective, even on black people. I got a lot of sorrow, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, and cried a lot about it. I can't help but to trigger the regret I have. It's long suffering. It's long suffering.
Omar is the brains of the operation because he is the logic behind why we do what we do, and has always been the logic behind what it is that we do. From lyrics, from how it's supposed to be arranged, to the covers that we choose to do, he led us into his world and led us into his past experience with punk and you know, street punk and hardcore and stuff like that, and helped differentiate a lot of things, you know, and it got comfortable to us. And so we got exposed to it properly from somebody who has actually put the time and the work in. And so he's a teacher, and I appreciate him for that.
Omar plays in, he's the lead singer and bass player for the Negro Terror, as well as the lead singer and bass player for Chinese Connection Dub Embassy.
Chinese Connection, I feel the easiness of a lover. You know what I'm saying? The concept of hot and soft. Yeah, man.
Chinese Connection Dub Embassy is what good vibes should be, is what truth and rights should be, is what unity looks like. I mean, it sounds like Heavy Meditation. That's one of our originals. That song is like just reflection. Like, we all screw up sometime, all that stuff. Let's remember on those times that made us, that made us want to do better, be better people, made us want to love more. I love Red Wine, I love Bob Marley songs, I love all that, but when we get a chance to display our originals like we really want to, like, through those songs we have those same kind of messages with Negro Terror.
Chinese Connection is a reggae band. It's formed by me and my brothers, David and Joseph Higgins. I don't want to say reggae fusion because that would be cheating it, but we're a reggae band that's been influenced by a lot of different styles. Lovers rock, dancehall, rock steady, some ska, and, you know, heavy roots, late 60s, big reggae, you know, early stuff. That's how I roll in general, you know, the whole yin-yang effect, you know, balance. Balance is key in life. Without that, you're not going anywhere. You just run, your Billy go round in circles, baby.
Leaders of our nations have become slave trading liars. Manipulation, racist motivation, tools they use to destroy a nation. If we can reach their minds, how will they survive? From the tyrant.
He's a mixed bag. He's definitely a mixed bag to his experience with like the post-hardcore scene, his wealth of experience from the 80s and 90s all the way up to now, both good and bad. It's just like, who is this guy? And why did it take so long for me to sit down with him?
Omar practices a whole bunch of different things that people don't know, like from Buddhism, Hare Krishna, of course Christianity, all that stuff. We go through, like literally he tries to learn. This man reads more books than the normal man that I know. That's a great thing. Even with Negro Terror, Omar tries to teach people the history of the stuff before we get to the actual playing, because without that knowledge, you'll be, you know, just playing random stuff. Omar's always been the person in the family that's a virtuoso, and it's a Renaissance man of music. He's the one who taught us how to play reggae, really. I mean, he started playing bass, no teacher. He didn't have an amp at the time. You could just hear him slapping the bass and literally listening to the notes and stuff. And then I heard him one time, I heard him playing the keyboard. I didn't know he played the keyboard. I was like, oh, okay.
That goes out to the #1 tyrant. We all know who that is. Who are you talking about? I don't know who I'm talking about. Who could it be? Who are you talking about? Bad haircut. He's our president.
Not everybody that grows up where some of us grew up does what we do. You know, a lot of people stick to their stereotypical what they're supposed to be doing because of their race. You know, oh, I'm black, so I'm supposed to listen to hip hop, R&B, gospel, blues every once in a while. If I'm really trying to be classy, jazz, and that's what I'm supposed to listen to. I'm not supposed to go anywhere outside of those genres, and I'm supposed to dress like this and talk like this and act like this and walk like this and talk. It's stupid. It's really stupid. People like us exist, and there's a lot more of us than people would like to admit.
We noticed that a lot of people kind of was like, okay, we know everybody in this band. We've seen them out before. We've never seen them like this before. And so that was a trip to all of them, pretty much. Some really, really got into it. Some really, really dug it. Others kind of were like, you know, they were really straddling the fence. Like, okay, I don't listen to this type of music.
They aren't just like, you know, black guys doing punk rock. Like, they are like the best punk rock band I have personally heard come out of Memphis. We don't have that representation. As a kid that grew up in a black community, in a black family with all my black cousins that just fell in love with rock and roll, you know, it means a lot to see a band that looks like me. It means like, hey, it's not weird to be into this type of music just because I happen to be black. It encourages people like me to get out there and pick up a guitar and sing and play and do whatever it is we feel right about doing. It feels like us, not what society or our communities or our cultures tell us we have to do, or that we have to follow.
This rock music, this evil music, this Negro evil. It's these black men playing the jungle music of Africa, the little of the Richard. Chuck Berry, they're even manipulating white children like Elvis Presley. This is a travesty. This is a Negro terror. Elvis Presley was Negro terror music. Chuck Berry was Negro terror music. Buddy Holly was Negro terror music. Richie Valens was Negro terror music. Negro terror. Whether it be me moving to your neighborhood, watering my garden, hey guys, you know, some people would consider that Negro terror. Or me walking in with your beautiful daughter, hey Becky. What the fuck? Yeah, Negro terror. Me going to go vote in certain states. Negro terror. But playing rock and roll music? Holy shit. So you mean to tell me AFI, the Toadies, and Dinosaur Jr., rock music and all is a form of Negro terror?
Everything from the name to the logo to the history of the band to just the members of the band itself, it was a concept that, one, was needed, and two, is very historical at its root. Of course, we all know that the origins of rock and roll itself is from black people here, especially here in the South, with the invention of blues and onward, and this evolution onward. And so a lot of people tend to forget that even today.
You got the being black in America anger, and then you got the being different in black America anger, and then you got, you know, everything, just life in general anger, all that bullshit. You mix all that up, you're gonna end up with some shit like Negro terror, or you're gonna end up with something close to it, because that's exactly what it is. Especially in the South, because the South has always had kind of a lack of the subcultures or subgenres that you would see in big cities like New York, Atlanta, and LA. You wouldn't see them in Memphis. So when people in Memphis see them, they freak the fuck out. You know, people fear what they don't understand.
They put in their head, this isn't music for you. Or they grow up in an environment, why you listen to that white boy shit? Da 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 da. There's other black punk bands out here. But let's face it, we're different.
Well, this song is dedicated
to a Nazi piece of shit that tried to threaten us and fuck with our fans at one of our shows.
Fuck you, Gunther von Toten. That bullshit ass German name.
Yeah. Let's do the one that got us banned in over 37 countries. So, we took the idea of doing the Screwdriver song and pissing off a shitload of white power guys. Bring it, motherfucker!
Well, yeah, we posted this video for this song called Invasion by this band called Screwdriver, who is notoriously, to the average listener of Screwdriver, is, you know, it's a white power band. And so, you know, Omar had this idea. He tells me this time, by this time he's at this show, and this guy's like, I'll be damned if a nigger does the Screwdriver song and does it better than them, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I want to do it, and I want to do it better than them. And I was like, well, shit, let's roll.
That was part of the plan. I personally wanted this shit to happen. They still to this day hump up on our YouTube fucking comments and try to pull some bullshit. Imitation is flattery, nigger.
So for the Screwdriver joint, what I ended up doing was I got basically all the performance footage that I could, and I spliced it together with images, just images of stuff that as a black male in America, I see as an invasion. When I see somebody getting beat up on the side of the road and they got pulled over for a taillight out, and they're not resisting, they're just getting their ass beat. When I see somebody online bleeding to death because they just got shot by a cop and they're bleeding to death in front of their daughter and wife. When I see a video of a young black kid running and then all of a sudden you see the death fall is what I like to call it, you see that and then all of a sudden he's dead and the cop, nothing happens to him. That's an invasion to me. That's an invasion of my neighborhood. That's an invasion of my well-being. That's an invasion of my human rights. Because now when I go out, when I see these cops who are supposed to be people I can trust, now I gotta look at you like, are you the good cop or are you the cop that wants to throw me in jail just for being black and free right now? This isn't a city that is just known for a whole lot of ridiculously Caucasian things. Like everything Caucasian you can relate to Memphis can go directly back to black people. I mean, the backbone of this city is black people. Who works in all the warehouses? Black people. Who works at the airport? Who works at FedEx? Black people. Majority. Well, I'm just gonna be real. I'm not saying that that's the only people that work there. I mean, I know plenty of white people and all different backgrounds that work at FedEx. But when you go down there, that's what you see.
My job, it definitely is like Memphis itself. Its locations are very, 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 me being a substitute teacher, I get to see firsthand a well-to-do school. It comes from a school with a great staff, with a lot of different resources. And then another day, it can definitely be a part of the city that, is not as accessible to resources. And their students, therefore, are very much low on supplies. And so over the course of, say, 20 years, slowly but surely is like a displacement, I guess you could say mini migration of a lot of black people here from one part of the city onto the other. And so when you wash all of that away, of course, something has to be replaced. And 9 times out of 10, or normally, what is replaced is usually, convenient, I guess you could say, but at the same time, not as warm as what was there, not as meaningful as what was there, not as culturally relevant as what was there, especially if you are particular demographics. It's kind of like what Joni Mitchell used to say in the old song, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
It does surprise you because you go, oh my God, the 60s was so long ago, the 50s was so long ago, the 40s was so long ago. And it's like, yeah, but has that much really changed, or is it the fact that they can't do it legally? I think that's probably the biggest reason why there's a lot of hidden racism in Memphis, a lot of very slick background racism.
Black lives don't matter. They don't. My life does not matter. Your life doesn't matter. Anybody that's against the status quo, their life does not fucking matter. No lives matter under the barrel of the fucking government's gun. End of story. When the Black Lives Matter movement first started, it was a beautiful thing that needed to occur in society. Now that it's been watered down and it's been pissed on and it's been disorganized and it's been subjected to all the bullshittery by these social justice warrior liberal assholes, I can't fucks with that. I can't. Everybody wants to fucking talk, but they don't want to jump. We don't just play music. Rico works within the community just as much as I do. I want to show you where I live, but due to who I'm associated with, I can't. Because some Nazi will find out where I live, blow my shit up, or even worse. I can't put my shit out there like that.
This next one deals with a little bit of spirituality and reality. We have a lot going on about a statue of hate. Supposedly, it's this particular region, but yet, our school systems are shut down. There's more violence on the streets. Let's get it together, Memphis, and focus on our community.
My fiance died with my son in a car wreck years ago. I was hurt, man. I was fucking distraught. And through the teachings of Hare Krishna, I was able to take that mindset away from the norm and focus it on a bigger pole. And it's bigger than me, bigger than you. Hare Krishna is order. It's the essence of order and discipline. That was part of my change. You know, the people I used to make fun of in hardcore and say, oh man, that's some goofy shit. I turned around learning from them and gaining a new light.
We live in a world where we deal with hatred, gender misconception, filth and dismal, and the gods have spoken, and every day there's more mayhem and destruction. So I pray to Lord Shiva that he baptizes us in our own blood and filth that we created on this earth for our sins and get back to what it should belong to, which is nature. Om Namah Shivaya. We are in a state of paranoia.
Oh, we have a song that Omar wrote. Let me just give me a second to think. Honestly, that entire ending was an accident. That was something I started doing at the end of the joint, and I started just throwing like the random kick drum on, or not the kick drum, the random just dun, dun. And then I threw a flanger on there, and Omar started chanting and shit, and it was like, hey, Omar. All right, you're gonna hate me for this. What is the name of our song that we end with the Hare Krishna chants? I can feel you staring at me through the phone. I know, I feel horrible right now. What is the name of the song? Oh God. Hello? There is a certain amount of fear stepping outside, just stepping outside half the time, because you never know what you're going to run into, especially living in the South and living in the times we live in now. You know, these racists are getting bold again. It's almost like the 50s and 60s again. These folks don't give a shit. And so, you know, we ended off, it's all about life and death.
It's a discipline for me. It's a discipline in my sexual deity, through my mental, spiritual, and physical. Through that discipline, I've gained so much more. I've gained an understanding in life. I've gained more self-control. I've learned to love myself. You have to love yourself. You're a part of that. You're a part of that creation. It's a blessing to be that higher authority than an animal.
Actually, I set one up for the band. Yeah, man. We got the square.
Can you play in a band with somebody that has a different opinion than you, and y'all both be mature enough about it to be able to play music with each other? Like, if I think kneeling for the flag isn't offensive, and it's a cry for help from Black America, and he thinks it's disrespectful to the people that died for the flag, we're just in two different places. That's all it is. It's not like we're gonna fight over it. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same. We all want to live free. If you got a difference of opinion, you got a difference of opinion. Just be respectful. That's another thing about being in a band where people have a really good relationship with each other, is that me being who I am, and the same thing for Wright and Omar, they'll say the exact same thing. We're an amalgamation of everything we've been around, plus everything we wanted to be around. You know, when I was in high school, I wanted to be around the skateboarders, so I got around the skateboarders and I got that culture in me. I wanted to be around people from different countries, so I got around people from different countries and got that culture in me. Our differences don't matter at all to us. Like, all right, we have the sobriety ladder. It starts at Raid, who doesn't drink or smoke. Then there's me that smokes, and then there's Omar that drinks and smokes. Is Raid gonna tell me not to smoke or Omar not to smoke and drink? No, we all just get down the way we get down.
Well, in the world of Memphis, or the Memphis scene especially, and just in the world of musicians, yeah, I'm an outsider. And it's almost like social cliche. You know, and it has been for decades upon decades. And so if you're a musician, it's almost like you're expected to smoke, or you're expected to do something, or be a part of some type of substance. I don't know what the flip side of me really is under certain influences. And I just went out of my way to just not be about all that, you know?
You can't teach a Nazi. You can't educate a Nazi. You just gotta smash him. This goes out to Trump. Live from live.
Hey everyone, can you hear me? Hey guys, when we start out, can you guys go back and forth a lot more for like a minute? Just populate back here as much as you can. Yeah, is that cool? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. If I can get all of like this shit right here is fantastic. Yeah, like this area right here is phenomenal. All right.
We've gotten thrown the Bad Brains, the Rage Against the Machines, the classic, that's a black guy and he does this, so I'm gonna throw it at you because you're a black guy doing the same thing, kinda. Like, we've already gotten all that, so I'm not really worried about being compared to anybody. I'm worried about us doing us. Like, I like the fact that our fans like our music. I like the fact that our fans like our sound and our style. I don't want them to throw the Misfits in my face or Danzig in my face or Rancid or the Distillers or anything like that. I mean, I love all those bands and they're awesome, but at the end of the day, we're Negro Terror. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I try to not only have a good time, play the music that I like to play. I've always wanted to play. Not just make money, but change some people's perspectives and perceptions. I'm gonna try to guide you and give you something that I wish somebody gave me at your age. And if I can make somebody leave a show and go, man, Negro Terror was great. Negro Terror changed my life. Negro Terror made me happy tonight. I'm fucking great, man. That's the point Negro Terror tries to put. We live with this torment every day. We live with hatred. I try to take myself outside of the norm. That's what we do as a band when we write lyrically and we think musically. We take ourselves out of the norm. What most people would think of as far as, okay, your normal hardcore song. I'm not gonna be one of these guys that live here and piss on Memphis and go, Memphis, this ain't shit, da 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 da, because you're seconding yourself out. You're fucking pissing on your town. You're pissing on your town. You're basically saying you ain't shit. You live here, buddy. Deal with it. Do something now.
Let's get some singing along. This is called The Voice of Memphis. And we're gonna say The Voice, and y'all say, The Voice, The Voice of Memphis. Gonna fly the flag now, The Voice of Memphis. Y'all get it, okay. Let's play some good old-fashioned skid and rock and roll. Come on, boy, all right. This is the voice of Memphis, and you better
living in fucking Memphis. People don't understand, like, love really pushes to every degree, especially with us musicians. If we can show love with each other and respect, it makes the world. Thank you, brothers. Man, it just really, it touches my, like this, man, it touches my soul. There's a lot of artists out there that I can go see, like right now, and it'll hit me, like it'll emotionally hit me. And I'm proud to say that, not proud, I'm blessed to say that I've been given the gift to do the same thing, because it's not about money when it's all said and done. It's not about fame. It's about changing lives for the better.